Wow, what a voice. John, The Righteous Hunter, a gripping song video, which really gives us an inside look at what goes on with child traffickers. You actually wrote this song in response to a speech by Diddy Combs, during which he said, we control what your kids listen to. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration and your thoughts behind it, your emotion behind it.
Yeah, well, it seems as though the enemy of children and the people that wish them harm and rain down wickedness upon them are all too eager to stand in front of a camera in the spotlights and declare their control and their power and their ownership, even, as Sean Combs stated, of our kids. And as a dad myself, I saw him say that, and I said, oh, is that right? Really? Sean Combs, you're declaring your ownership of my two sons and everybody else's sons and daughters? I don't think so. And so I felt that needed to have a rebuttal. Sean Combs uses his music as a weapon. They use it to program youth. They use it to put thoughts in their minds and lifestyles and influence them away from God, away from righteousness. And they're very effective at it. And I think that's why you see a lot of the problems in our culture today that you see comes from the side of music and people like Sean Combs and a lot of others. So I sat down with my guitar and wrote a song from the perspective of a dad to the predator, directly to them, and said, why don't you try it one time? Why don't you see what the wrath of an American parent would be like if you ever actually stepped into my yard or came inside my house and tried to take one of my kids? And that led to this song, The Righteous Hunter, because we call them predators, and that's what they are. And what do you do with a predator? What would you do if an animal that was a predator came into your yard, came into your house, broke through a window, came inside your house and threatened your kids? What would you do? You would do anything it took to protect your family. And that's how I view myself. And I think most American moms and dads view themselves that way. Even the most mild-mannered man or woman would become the most vicious opponent you've ever faced should you ever try to harm one of their children. And I had never heard a song written about this, but the problem is so pervasive in America, Eric. The DHS reported that in 12 months, 36 million reports were filed with the DHS from parents saying their child had been targeted online by sexual predators. 36 million in a year.
Wow.
So that's averaging 3 million a month. The problem is so massive. There is no law enforcement. There is no entity in the federal government big enough to really handle a problem like that. It has to be handled by the parents. And the main way you handle that is to make sure your kids are defended against them. You make your kids a hard target. They're grabbing them, Eric, through these. They're grabbing them through their iPads. They're grabbing them through the video games. They're grabbing them through the apps. And there are very simple ways that parents can actually defend their kids. They can build a circle of defense around their online activity. It's very simple. I sat with the DHS and did a 90-minute seminar with one of their lead agents, and he walks through step by step by step how parents can very simply, within about 5 minutes, make their children into what this agent referred to as a hard target instead of a soft target. And if anybody wants to watch that, any parent watching this, it's very simple. Go on YouTube, type in John Rich DHS. That's all you got to do. And there's a 90-minute seminar that I urge everyone to watch.
Indeed. And you've talked about this before. This is a mission. It's an honorable mission, John. It's awesome what you're doing. I want to stay on this a little bit because not only is a song phenomenal, very emotional video attached to it. Tell us about the making of that.
So we wanted to make a video around The Righteous Hunter that accurately depicted the chain of events that take place when a child is trafficked.